you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can't hear me now? Hello, hello. I want to tell you guys about a creepy story that happened. It happened Sunday morning. Let me tell you guys what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Let's see. I'm driving home right now. Tell you the story before I forget. If I get home and then I forget. Anyways, this is a creepy story. It's a real life story. It happened Sunday morning. Um, that was yesterday. Yesterday morning, um, I was driving back from Vegas around 1 in the morning. And I was tired. We had eaten some food before we left Vegas, so I drove all the way past the Hoover Dam from Vegas, past the Hoover Dam, and I was feeling tired and sleepy, and I didn't want to crash. I didn't want to fall into a canyon or off the mountain and die, crash and burn, and kill my wife, kill my brother, my sister-in-law. So, dude, I couldn't find a rest area, so I found a thing called uh, a scenic view area. It's like a parking lot. It's just like a rest area, but it doesn't have vending machine. It doesn't have bathroom. It's just a parking lot, asphalt parking lot with parking lines, and that's all it is. There's nothing to it, and it's at the edge of a mountain, and you see down below. You can see the Hoover Dam or the Colorado River, whatever comes out of the dam. That's what you see in this scenic view area. So when I drove up into it, I saw a white van parked, and I figured, okay, that's cool. Nothing strange about a white van. All right, I got it. Next thing you know, I drive past the white van, and I see I'm trying to park, so the headlights are kind of in front. I haven't parked yet, so there's a guy on his knees like praying. There's a guy on his knees praying, bowed down to the floor. There's another guy standing right next to him, and there's another guy standing with a flashlight because it's dark. It's pitch dark. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's right passing the Hoover Dam on the Arizona side. Maybe 10 minutes passing the Arizona Hoover Dam on the Arizona side, not the Nevada side. This is where this scenic view is. So I figure, okay, those guys are praying. Those other two are. One guy got the flashlight so that his buddy can pray in peace, whatever. I didn't pay no mind. I was like, whatever, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. My wife was sleeping, my sister-in-law was in my brother was behind me sleeping. And next thing you know, so I fall asleep. And before I fell asleep, I saw those three people get in the white van and drove off. And I'm like, cool, now I can rest in peace. I don't have to worry about people trying to mess with my car, my vehicle, my truck, SUV. So I figured nothing of it. So I went to sleep. Like I said, I saw them drive off. Well, after like 30 minutes to 35 minutes, I have a guardian angel or someone in heaven that wants me no harm to come to me. So something told me to wake up. I don't know who. I don't know who. It could have been a family member or someone that really cares about me that's already in heaven. They woke me up and they told me just turn on the truck and drive away. And I figured, okay, I woke up and I turn on my engine light and then my headlight come on and then I'm backing out. And as I'm backing out, the white van was almost blocking me, behind me. It wasn't really blocking me. It was like there was room for me to exit out and, make a turn. But that's not the creepy part. When I drive off, there's all these people in my way. I couldn't drive off. There was like 17 people, like girls, dudes, and there are different nationalities. There were some black dudes. There was an Asian chick. There was a Latino. There's a white people. I don't know what dude, they were back in that van, but there were like 16 people deep. And it was like some kind of cult because there was people on the floor just laying there. there's other people like just standing looking at me, and they weren't moving, and I couldn't drive past them. And I was like, am I gonna have to run these people over or what? Cause I don't know, man. Something woke me up and told me to get out of there. Something bad was gonna happen. I don't know if these people are gonna surround me and try to destroy my truck or whatever. But that was the creepiest scene I ever seen. It's 2:30 in the morning, or at this point, it's pitch black dark, and all these people are just on the asphalt. Some are laying down, others standing there, and no one's moving. They all looked at me, and they weren't moving. So I was like, man, I'm gonna hit somebody. I'm gonna run somebody over. I don't care. I'm not gonna let these people attack me, kill me, anything. So I found like a little gap between two people, and I punched that mother truck. Dude, you should have saw me. I was leaving the parking lot of this scenic view, and I went to 0, 30, 40 miles per hour in a second. I didn't care if I hit any one of them. I didn't give it. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were up to. I don't know what in the world they were doing. But there were some people laying on the floor on the asphalt. Other people were just standing there. And when I turned my headlights and I was trying to drive off, they were all in my way. I couldn't really get out. And I don't know. I just panicked. I could have backed out and came out the way I entered. But like I said, I was feeling scared, and something woke me up, told me to leave. Something told me, hey, something's about to happen. You need to start your truck, get out of there. And sure enough, man, I punched my truck like 30, 40 miles per hour between two dudes. I didn't care if they would have moved or tried to come near me. They were going to just speed bump. They were going to fly. And, dude, I got on the road, and I started speeding. Like, I was scared, panicking. I got up to like 100 miles per hour. And then my brother wakes up, and he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. And then after he woke up, I started slowing down because, I don't know, like I said, it was creepy as hell. I was scared. My wife was asleep. My sister-in-law was back there in the passenger side behind my wife sleeping. My brother they didn't see nothing. They didn't know. And then after my sister-in-law wakes up, she's like, you didn't hear what they were doing while you were sleeping? I'm like, no, what they were doing? He's like, I didn't see nothing. He's like, why? She's like, I saw someone come up to my window and was staring inside the truck. And I was like, what? Like, why didn't you just tell me anything? She's like, I also heard people on the roof. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like a skinwalker or something? She said there was someone crawling in my roof on the truck, and somebody was banging on the passenger side. She heard someone tapping the door, just like they were just tapping the door. And I was so tired and sleepy, I didn't hear none of this. So she really, really, really creeped me out even worse when she said that. She said that she looked outside the window, and there's a guy staring at her inside the vehicle. And like I said, dude, it's 2:30 in the morning. It's pitch dark. Or what in the world? I don't know if they're possessed, they're all drugged, or they were part of a cult. But dude, I never experienced nothing like that. Like, it was so bad. Like, and what made it worse is that she told me all this after I drove off, all scared, and I told them what happened. And they're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. There was like people scattered all in the way, some on the floor, some standing there, all just looking. They weren't moving. It was creepy, dude. None of them moved. They just turned around and looked at me like they got deers in the headlights, whatever, man. It was bad. It was horrible. But I don't know, man. I survived. I made it alive. Like I said, I have angels or someone that loves me, cares about me in heaven, and whoever that person was, they told me to wake up, start the truck, and drive off. So I don't know if something was going to happen, but I don't know if they're stalking us, they were messing with. But like I said, they had drove away. I remember seeing those 3 people drive away in the van, but I fell asleep for about 30, 35 minutes. Well, they came back in the van, and this time they brought more people. So I don't know what these people were up to, doing out there in the middle of the desert on a scenic view. Like I said, it wasn't a rest area, but it was one of the creepiest things ever in my life. My heart was racing, and I'm speeding in the road going 100 miles per hour. And so my brother, told me to, like, you okay? And then I told him, and I started slowing down. I started going the speed limit 65, but man, I'm telling you, dude, I don't know what we had such a great weekend. We went to a music concert on Friday, then on Saturday we drove to Vegas, but on the way back home, that's what happened. And I don't know, man. I don't know what all these people are doing. Um, my sister-in-law said she heard them speaking, but she said they were speaking like an Asian language or European language. So that's even worse. These people are not American, or they weren't speaking English on purpose. But like she heard them talking and whispering to each other, and I don't know if they were surrounding my truck at one point, but she said she saw one of them staring through the window inside, and I don't know why she didn't say nothing. Why she didn't wake up my brother? Why didn't she wake me up? Like, I would have got out and we would have started throwing blows or something, or I would have just turned on the truck and started, running people over. But man, I don't know why she didn't say nothing. She's like, I just saw him and I heard the tapping. I heard the people crawling in the roof. She's like, I just went back to sleep. So I was like, what do you mean you went back to sleep? She's like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, you could have woke up your husband, you could have woke me up, you could have said something. But nah, man. So she got the worst of it. She was fearing for her life, hearing people crawling in the roof, someone looking at her through the window, and someone tapping on the door. She said they were tapping like this. They were just tapping the door, like man, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even want to go nowhere, man. I'm glad my next trip we're catching an airplane. I don't know. I'm not driving again either until August. I also have another trip. In September I gotta fly out to Chicago. So I'm going August. I gotta go to California, but I'm not staying in a rest area. I'm not staying in no scenic view. I'm just gonna go find a gas station, find a little town. I'll take my chances in a little town, then somewhere in the middle of a remote location where no one's around, just you and a van full of creepy people. Like, I don't know what in the world they were doing, and I don't know why it looked like they were trying to box me in. They didn't want me to leave that area. But like I said, I just punched it right through between. I seen a little gap enough from my vehicle to go through, and I went for it. But it was weird because there was like people laying on the ground. Like, I don't know what the hell they were doing. And it was cold and freezing at night. It was windy that night, and right there in the mountains. Like, it must have been like, I don't know, like 10 minutes south of the Hoover Dam into the Arizona side where this place is at. And I don't know what these people were doing. I don't know if they were high on fentanyl. I don't know if they were possessed. I don't know if they were waiting for aliens or they were part of a cult. But man, that really freaked me out. Now I look at life so much different, because I don't know if something was supposed to happen that night or whatever, that morning. But like I said, someone woke me up in my sleep and just told me, hey, turn on the truck and leave the area, get out of there. And I did. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if you guys believe in, paranormal activity or stuff like that, heaven, divine interventions or whatever, but that all happened. That all happened to me, and I was not the only one that was there. So my wife can back me up in the story, my brother and my sister-in-law. I don't know, man. Just, I guess we're at the wrong place at the wrong time. But like I said, I was tired of sleeping, man. I had to pull over. It was either that or take a chance of me falling asleep on the road and crashing and killing someone else, or, like I said, just driving off a cliff or driving off a mountain. I don't know. It was wild. Now I pressure, I appreciate every time I wake up. Now I want to spend more time with my kids, grandkids, and wife. Like, I want to create more moments, because you never know when you're going to be gone, man. Like, that could have been the end of me, but like I said, something or someone just woke me up and told me, dude, turn on the truck and leave. And I did. And I don't know, like I said, somebody was watching after me and watching after me, my wife, my brother, and my sister-in-law. But I don't know. It was one of the creepiest things ever because when I drove off, none of those people moved. They all just turned around, looked at me. That was it. After that, they were standing still for like 5, 10 seconds while I decided where to go. I was like, dude, if I go right, I'm gonna run over. If I go middle, I'm gonna run these people over. And then I looked to the left. There was like a gap between two people, and then I just punched it, and they didn't move. They didn't flinch. They didn't move. Like it was so. It was like they were mannequins just standing there, but they weren't mannequins. They were humans. I saw them move and turn around, looked at the headlights. But after, like I said, I punched it, and they didn't move. They didn't flinch. They didn't do nothing. And I didn't even bother to look at the rear mirror. I was gone. Like I said, once I got into the actual road, the little whatever highway, I was gone, man. I got up to 100 miles per hour. I was trying to get away from that place as fast as I could. I don't know if they were gonna hop back in the van and come after me. I don't know, man. Like I was scared for my life, and I just wanted to get out of there as fast as I could. Once we got to Kingman, Arizona, we stayed at a gas station and a mobile gas station, and we just slept for another couple hours. So I was good to drive back to Phoenix, but like I don't know, man. It was crazy, 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 creepy story, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if you guys ever had any story like that. Tell me in the comments or leave it right here in the chat. I'm gonna watch this live stream again when I get home and read all you guys' comments. Right now I'm driving, so I can't really read the chat. But yeah, man, I just had to share that with you guys and everybody because I don't know, man. I never had nothing like that ever happen to me, and I'm still tripping out on it. I don't know, man. All day at work, I was just thinking about like, man, what were they doing? Why were they out there? Like, why? What are they doing in the freezing cold? It's windy as hell, and there's people laying down on their knees praying. There's another guy with a flashlight. There's another guy looking to the sky, looking at the stars, and there was other people just laying on the floor, and I don't even know what they were doing, man. And like I said, my sister-in-law said that they weren't speaking English. They were speaking in some Asian language and sound like European language. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I can't explain what those people were doing. I don't know if they were trying to harm me or what, but like I said, they took off and they came back. And I don't know why they came back, and it looked like they came back with backup. So I don't know, man. It's the weirdest, creepiest thing ever happened here in America to me. Every time some weird stuff happened to me, it had been in Mexico. But this time, dude, over here in Arizona, man, the middle of the desert, over here where all these skinwalkers and all these weird ass people. So I don't know, man. I don't know what these people were doing out here, but they really freaked me out. They really scared me. And now I never want to stay at no rest area or stop at any scenic view area, nothing like that. I'm always going to go into a town, go into a gas station, at least. Hopefully someone will see me or something's going to get, happen to me or they got cameras or something. But being out in the middle of a dark parking lot, asphalt with no lights, no nothing, just pitch dark, 2, 3 in the morning, and you in the truck and 17 people all around you. Well, they weren't around me, but like they were blocking the way. I couldn't really get out. Like I said, at the moment, I should have just reversed into the way I came in. I don't know why the hell I panicked and freaked out when I saw them all laying there. And I'm like, I looked to the right. Okay, I can't go right. I can't go middle. So I took the left and the edge, and I just split two dudes like bowling pins. I just punched it. I didn't even care. But all right, man. Well, I'll see you guys later. That's my story, and I hope you like it. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. Peace out. Bye bye. Do 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 do.